Traditional weaponry was used by tribes to hunt animals and to do battle with others. Early weapons almost always utilized stone in some way, and flint was the most effective stone to use when making a weapon. Many traditional weapons were made from a combination of materials which were locally available. An arrow or spear had a stone or bone arrowhead or point which was attached to a wooden shaft or handle, all of which were held together with a cord usually made from animal sinew. Arrows would also have feathers attached which improved the flight of the arrow. Indigenous weapons included axes, bows and arrows, shields, knives, spear, etc. Although these were all made of stone, these primitive weapons were still deadly. The latter types of traditional weapons replaced those made of stone, horn, bone and hardened woods with metals such as iron and steel. But many of the replacement weapons were based on traditional native designs. Various embellishments were added to weapons such as engraving or carving and the addition of paint, quills, feathers and beads. The rapid evolution of native weapons occurred due to contact with the outsiders. Stone weapons were replaced by weapons using iron, steel, copper and brass. Then the tribes acquired guns and rifles. Tripura province lies in the eastern frontier of India, adorning 5 mountain ranges: Bormora, Atharomora, Longtarai, Shakhan and Jampui hills. Tripura has been a historic place of indigenous people since long past. Altogether, 19 different tribal communities settled in these territory in different waves, mostly came from Tibet, Mongolia, foothills of China and Upper Burma, besides some states of Indian subcontinent. Tribes of Tripura used many variations of striking weapons. These weapons were mainly used as melee weapons for close-range battle with other tribes. In some cases, these weapons were used as throwing weapons for long-range attacks. Cutting weapons were made by the tribes of Tripura for combat as well as hunting. Knives and takal or darbok were used as tools for hunting and other chores, as well as weapon. Knives and takal consisted of a blade made of iron or steel metal fastened to a wooden handle. These weapons were essential tools used for cutting meat, hides, wood and food. The spear is an ancient tool for hunting. It was used often by the tribal people of Tripura. Spears were used by the tribes to thrust and strike their enemies or the animals they were hunting. The spears were made of a short blade made from metal attached to the end of long wooden or bamboo handles or shaft. Instead, the wooden shaft was simply sharpened at one end. By throwing them, spears could also be used as long-range weapons. The bows and arrows were the most common types of weapons used by native tribes of Tripura. It is also used in hunting and were shot into the animal. Bows and arrows also used by most cultures around the world at some point or another and are at least 8,000 years old. The arrow is created similarly to a spear from a small blade attached to the one end of a wooden shaft. Attached to the other end of the shaft are feathers that help stabilize the arrow's flight. An arrow is overall smaller than a spear and much lighter. The bow is made from an arced piece of flexible material with the two ends attached by a tautly spun cord. The arrow is drawn back with the cord. When the cord is let go, it acts as a spring and shoots the arrow forward. Different types and sizes were designed for hunting and for fighting. The bow and arrow provided a long-range, accurate weapon and the opportunity to shoot rapid shots. Arrowheads are found in many sizes, shapes, materials and colors. How the arrowhead looks depends on the culture that made it, the area, the material and the intended use of it. Certain types of arrowheads are, however, more commonly found in some parts of the country than in others depending on the availability of materials. An arrowhead weapon, point or tip made of iron usually fixed to an arrow. Arrowhead points were smaller than spear points and penetrated skin more deeply than when fired by a bow. The parts of an arrowhead consist of the point, body and base. The level in the slope or slant of the surface or face of the edge of the arrowhead at each side. They are notch type categories arrowheads. The notching of an arrowhead makes it different from other arrowheads. The materials that arrowheads and knives are made of very hard. It takes great skill to cut in the barbs of the edge. A poison point arrowhead could be any arrowhead that was used to poison an animal as well as pierce its skin. Most poison points were notch-less and triangular shaped so the arrowhead could detach easily and remain in the wound in case the shaft of the arrow should be jarred, loose or fall.
Agi dakoto mo badukung hnai sing agi siri munishu jormongi phaipro chine langba klai phaipro no sing mo badukung no hin khlai phega ebong chini chuso asi jotono singno mo badukung hnai phurung Barara chinchimi tagbo sing mono nugui tongo hingkai mo baito sing sikar khai chau hin khnawo hingkai haika no mono buti khai nung mono sika buti wani sika hingka kai abo kia sai khna rala
mo wa hingkai wakra nang wakra wakra no tanoi suyo suyo mo bat khono sanam kata hingkai mo ni logi hingkai mo buduk nang tong sa buduk
mo budu
mo buduk no suyo oro suyo oro khawoi oro suyo oro khawoi mo khai kokjang nai ta mo khai buduk no buduk
hingkai mo
ate kai sanam ta mo
chakla himakai
mo khai mo sakla kai se mono wasa tanoi suyoi mo sakla no dawoi oro raboi
hingka mo khai tamo mo
tokrang khai
mo tahne ra
bo kai sidda ke thanan bagi rabo
kokoi mokoi thaya
kokoi thaya mo sidda ke thango mono rak pang kai oro ri ko khangero bo sidda ke thangta hingka mo ra jang ke bo koi thanai ta
koi thanai ta
The axe was made of metal blades. This type of weapon had a sharp edge on one side and a diamond-shaped point on the other side. The blades were attached to a wooden handle. These were used as weapons for hand-to-hand fighting and for cutting the woods. Catapults are a useful weapon for hunting birds and squirrels. This is made from Y-shaped, strong twigs from any tree. A highly elastic rubber tube is wound around it in such a way that it can be used to shoot earthen pellets at high speed over a large distance. Being easy to use and construct, it is high portability make it popular among the masses. Guns were widely used across the tribal locality in the late 18th and 19th centuries, both as weapons and status symbols. They were often made with hard wood and embellished with carvings on the handle. Many of the weapons that the tribes used had symbolic uses rather than practical uses. The shields were often decorated by many symbols that represents the spiritual strength within the carrier. Many a times heavy objects such as stone slabs and wooden logs are also used to trap wild animals. These materials are also weaponry instruments of tribes of Tripura for its usefulness. This heavy slab or log is used placed that one end of it is inclined high up. This end is somehow supported with strong sticks. The animals may move underneath it and disturb the stakes. The huge weight comes tumbling down upon the creature, killing it instantly. Many types of tribes made of bamboo or other materials for hunting small and big animals are used by the tribal people of Tripura.
Agi, tini musai mosok wak bangmani bagai, sini bororok, bak semamu ya, je thaimani abo kisah semamu. Engai tamu kene seng, au wak no romna ni bagai musai romna ni bagai, seng kaisa duk maru o wak duk bono hino musai duk, abo ni bagai, seng tamu kene a wag no romna ni hingakai musai no romna hingai wag musai bor tuineng na hingai lama tengsa teinyo thango bo uhugo haboi thaisu musana ni mai chana ni hingakai o lama tengsa teinyo borok phayo hingai jeng tamu khinai o lama borok lai suman lama no jeng kaha ko nai na rakhang hingakai jeng o lama o duk hingakai jeng o musai wag man hinai jeng o duk sam layo hingai mono hino mo duk ni mung hingkha wag duk musai duk engka all je lama laimani ayang tei tabo iko mokai wag laimani lama musai thangmani lama oiti thango aiti tinengo boyang tino phayo engka jeng o jaga no mono duk sambo mo duk ni mungkai wag duk musai duk.
For trapping of fish, various types of appliances are used made of bamboo. Some of making techniques are as follows. A fence is made of a large number of the bamboo splits, each of equal length, with canes that let out water but not the fishes. It is set vertically, needs support of poles. It can be folded and spread according to necessity. A metal-shaped, complicated trap made of several thin and fine bamboo stripes, woven with canes, is used to catch fish. These two ends gradually get tapered and closed. An opening capped at the middle point is prepared in such a way that fish can go in but cannot go out. The mouth, made of short bamboo stripes and cane, is wide towards the front and narrow towards the back.
ang sarik gokai o sorawi sali sorawat zoka zago hangkai pongokai pongni update choita satao ke tangai na yei go a khui dolawa a khui tubo nga o zokani a kipilima ya etui bo solung dongo oron zago nga a nangkai pongo na yei a nangkai nago khui tlangai nago tlangai jawo.
A triangular shape bamboo trap made for catching fish. The front is wide and open. The back is tapering and closed. It is porous and made of bamboo stripes. A bamboo pole set at the top in a slanting position keeps the instrument steady and serves the purpose of a handle. The trap may be made of different sizes and shape. All the traditional weaponry used by tribes of Tripura carry a unique craftsmanship and innovative knowledge of them. So it is very needed to make preservation of all those items for future world. The major tribal groups of Tripura are Tripuris, Riangs, Jamatias, Noatias, Halam, Kukis, Chakmas, Mogs, and some other small tribes. It is the third smallest state of India. Its terrain and political location has played a key role in conservation of its dense evergreen forest and in sustaining a closely knit social structure within its tribe. Although there are 19 different tribes in Tripura, their household objects are almost the same. Their simple livelihood needs menial households amenities. These amenities conform to their basic needs. These menial attitudes can also be noticed in the crafts they make. The structure has an open design to it. Building materials also include local raw materials like bamboo and wood. Usually, they prefer to stay near the forest region where the trees and bamboos are available in plenty. Tribes of Tripura are solely dependent on the forest, so they make their all items of daily use by using the locally available materials. They have been engaged in making several items such as baskets, bags, containers, brooms, and other useful items of household use. All the members of the family jointly work in preparing the bamboo items, and it also becomes a family occupation for them too. The tribes are partly dependent on their occupation of bamboo works and baskets making. To supplement their livelihood, they gather a number of minor forest produce such as palm leaves, cane, edible roots, etc. The tribes are generally vegetarian but also supplement their food by hunting. Their economic condition is extremely poor. The hamlets of tribes are generally located near the forest areas. They use bamboos to make different types of household products and earn their livelihood. These household products play a significant role in everyday life of village. The tribal people of Tripura start to make various types of articles by local materials as per their necessity.
Jini dangai ma dangai phani jora rago jeng obon belai khano samungo thepa manugo tai khonao laibuma bo jeng nugo theba tabungni molni tarai rok tabungni molni baro rok oborongno gomare mutu pogi paire jeng o jakhokno bo samungo thepa o jakhok jini samungo nangmani hingkai jeng chakhoi tolthani tai o chakhoi jini lango bahike gdaljak jini borok da phao bahike gdaljak abuna jeng cheri sukrubui khanayan puila jeng jakhogo thapla dawi abuni ulo jeng tuilunai mo tuilui puila ke murumu nongkhonai halo hangkai grip tui nongkhonai grip tui nongkhor pro hangkai चाखिनो जों नारगै आबोनो जों सामुंगो थेपानाय
As the maximum household products are made of bamboo in Tripura, the tribal people go into the forest region and bring the bamboos in a bundle on their heads. Tribal people move here and there in search of bamboos. However, some go too far off into the forest to bring the bamboos in a team of 7 or 10 persons. On average, one person can cut around 30 to 35 of bamboos daily. They collect bamboos after cutting and bring them at a particular destination, usually on a bank of a river. The bundle of bamboos is tied with a chip of bamboo only. The whole bundle is then put in the river water and bundle is carefully floated in the flow of water up to their place of work. When the bamboo is cut from the bamboo plant, the 6 feet top length of bamboo is cut down so that they get around a net of 4.5 meter long bamboo for their work. The width of around 10 to 13 centimeter is useful in making bamboo products. Before making a household article from a raw bamboo, they break the bamboo on the top and make small 4-hole opening. This is done by a specialized knife called takal or the daborok. After unfolding the upper portion of the bamboo in 4-fold parts, they finish the chip for its deployment in making an article. After breaking the top of the bamboo in 4-fold parts, it is placed in the sun for softening, for making the process of household instruments making easier. Bamboo and cane are vital parts of social structure here. A wide variety of baskets, pails, rain shields, structural elements, haversacks, accessories and tools are made with the versatile bamboo. Traditionally, bamboo was also used extensively to construct houses, fences, gates, well panels, storage baskets and products for agricultural use. Artisans have been combining interesting techniques with finely split bamboo to make new ranges of household products. All these household items are inextricably linked with the culture, beliefs, economy, climate and environment of the state. A wide range of function-based bamboo products like fish traps, cattle muzzles, rain shields, sheaves and basket for keeping fowls sustain the domestic life of agrarian communities and local conditions which require fishing in water. These are made from local species of bamboos that grow in Tripura. Some products are constructed by interlacing bamboo splits, while others like a fish trap are shaped from a mat that is first woven as a flat surface. The crafts are dependent on the systematic and skillful handling, strength, flexibility and fibrous qualities of bamboo. As the tribal people have been making these bamboo household crafts for a long time traditionally, their art has come to be identified as unique. This traditional design in bamboo handicrafts is not only popular in our country but also abroad as well. Those handicrafts made by the inspiration gathered from the crafts made by the tribal people that has got famous. Among these objects of daily use tools is worth mentioning. A large number of culturally distinctive baskets and containers made by the hill tribes of Tripura are tall and conical, unlike the shallow baskets constructed in the plains. Made from bamboo splits in an open hexagonal and closed weave depending on their function, they are used for carrying and storing grains and other items. For example, jamatia open carrying baskets is made entirely of outer splits of bamboo. A closed weave bamboo carrying basket is used for carrying grain by the Riang tribe. Sides of the baskets are strengthened by bamboo splits. The change in weave from the base towards the top gives the basket a wider mouth. The tribes also make baskets, dalas, containers for everyday use.
Jangan kotor bisinga, eri agi niri terak rok, rigena camu the, risa tokarok, jatuh dari bora jangan dai tanu, bayar thangpuru kai, jangan kari kan thango, tesa pakai jangan tesa suai dai tanu riwo.
Earthen pots of various shapes and sizes were used for a variety of daily jobs ranging from cooking food to storing water. Round-shaped winnows are made from bamboo canes and used to separate stones and dirt from rice.
Mo masih lamno orang sambo sugui, jogui, thui, mo mai dong no song jauh.
Wicker mats are made from bamboo, which is used as bedspread or for sitting. Coops and pens for household fowls are also made from bamboo canes. They even make their bed out of strong bamboo poles. House for both men and domestic animals are made by using a variety of materials like bamboo, cane, wood, straw, etc.
Mokai musuri bufugo tapamari. Jakare kare musuk pyogro hokakai, mono mutikare musuri bufugo ahaikai kawoi.
Granaries made from bamboo canes are used to store their food grains. Different sorts of utensils uses in daily household works.
Orgi rok bok sawo sachrawa mo langi thangma tam
Bamboo pipes are a commonplace object with the tribal people. It's also used as a smoking device. The thinner variety of pole is used as tumbler for drinking water and ale. The thicker variety is used to transport water from one place to another. Chest and lockers come in a variety of sizes. There are few variations made of bamboos and cane.
जोंखौ जाफा बिसंगो दिगने सामथ रिसा तखा ते चिनि कामु सुमु ब्लाउज आगि रंनि जुगनि नरो दावै तनि वो ते बाइरे थांपुरो सादि पादि कत बुनि अनुसार थाम जों मन कानै थांति खलाये फाय सु अर दाइरि फायो
Shalom would wa yong hi mai rong ai thơi pit le.
Weaving looms are made from wood or bamboo traditionally. These are used to weave all the traditional garments they wear. Different variety of gourds are used to make water containers and canteens. It is hollowed first and then dried in the sun.
Mokai tilok tak tilok, mono, mute kai, oro rawo. Rakhangkai bisini, obusli rok bahan kip hangkai. Farang lada, farani ran hangkai oro wo, berma dawo mos dawo jas pon daimang kata, somos da kata.
Optiklah nostong lihat.
Optiklah nostong kata.
Acha.
Jangan macam tuan mangka.
Oh bahang sini tak.
Oh bahang ni tak bahang belah.
Oh mosa tom lek kaham no belah lah mosa.
Takal, a knife, and dao, a knife with a curved front, come handy as they're only the tools used to split the bamboo in thin pieces as well as cutting of meat, vegetables, etc. in the kitchen. Lastly, we can conclude by saying that these crafts made by the tribal people through the ages are an invaluable piece of art. To develop the handicraft culture that has sprung up in the wake of these traditional techniques, a modern needs a deep analysis of the matter is required.